Remember the days when the economy was booming, jobs were everywhere, and your taxes didn't make you cry? A lot of people think Donald Trump can bring that vibe back. Whether you were a fan of his bold policies or just loved his I say what I want attitude, there are plenty of reasons folks are pumped for his 2024 comeback. Donald Trump is a guy who dabbled in U.S. politics more like a wrecking ball that Washington didn't see coming. After shaking things up during his first term, he's back and ready to take another swing at the White House in 2024. With his strong stances on the economy, immigration, and law and order, he's got millions of voters sticking by his side. In this video, we're going to break down the top reasons why so many Americans think Donald Trump is the best pick for president in 2024. Let's begin. Donald Trump is one of those names that pretty much everyone knows, whether you like him or not. Born in Queens, New York in 1946, Trump grew up in a real estate family and took over his dad's business and turned it into a global empire. He didn't just stay in real estate, though. He became a pop culture icon thanks to his reality TV show, The Apprentice, where the phrase, "you're fired," basically became a national catchphrase.
Michael,
Yes, sir.
you're fired.
Then came 2016. Trump, the political outsider no one saw coming, ran for president and shocked everyone by beating Hillary Clinton to become the 45th president of the United States. His time in office was full of big, bold moves, controversial decisions, and an America First agenda that struck a chord with millions of voters. Even after losing the 2020 election to Joe Biden, Trump hasn't faded away. He is still a major player in the Republican Party, and now he's back for round 2 in 2024. Here's why many people still love Trump and see him as their top pick. At number 10, he has a strong economic record pre-pandemic. One of the main reasons people still rally behind Trump is because, let's be honest, the economy was doing pretty great before COVID-19 crashed the party. Under his watch, unemployment hit rock bottom, especially for minority groups like African Americans and Hispanics. The stock market was on a wild high, and wages were finally going up for workers across the board. For many, these economic wins were hard proof that Trump's policies were working. His moves gave businesses a boost, and people felt confident about their wallets. Sure, the pandemic threw a wrench in the works, but a lot of voters believe Trump is the guy who can bring those good times back if he gets another shot in 2024. At number 9, he focused on America First policy. Trump's America First policy wasn't just a slogan, it was his playbook. He made it clear he was putting American workers, businesses, and families first, even if that meant stepping on some international toes. A lot of people who felt like the US had been too busy saving the world while ignoring its own problems really liked this approach. Whether he was pulling out of deals like the Paris Climate Accord or reworking trade agreements, Trump wasn't afraid to put America in the spotlight. And for many voters, that is exactly what the country needs in a world that is getting a little too cozy with globalism. At number 8, he has a tough stance on immigration. Immigration was Trump's bread and butter during his presidency, and it's still a big deal now. His promise to build the wall along the US-Mexico border became the symbol of his hardline approach to illegal immigration. With policies like Remain in Mexico for asylum seekers and ramped-up border patrols, he made it clear he wasn't messing around. For voters who see border security as a top priority, Trump's policies felt like common sense. Protect American jobs? Check. Keep things orderly at the border? Check. In 2024, a lot of people still see Trump as the guy who is going to stand his ground on immigration when others do not. At number 7, he's a businessman turned president. Before stepping into politics, Donald Trump was already a household name, thanks to his massive success in business. He took his family's real estate company and turned it into a global brand, with hotels, golf courses, and properties all over the world. For a lot of voters, that was a big selling point. They figured, if he can run a billion-dollar empire, why not the country? Trump's fans loved to point to his deal-making skills and business smarts as reasons they trusted him to handle the economy. They saw him as the ultimate negotiator, someone who could make things happen both at home and on the global stage without all the political fluff. At number 6, he is popular with a conservative base. Honestly, Trump's conservative base is loyal, like really loyal. They love him because he says what's on his mind, even if it ruffles a few feathers. No nonsense, no filter. What you see is what you get. For a lot of Republicans, this was a breath of fresh air compared to the usual polished, politically correct speeches from career politicians. Whether it's his stance on gun rights, religious freedom, or free speech, Trump knows how to get his base fired up. His rallies packed to the rafters, and the way he energizes his supporters is unmatched. He has got a connection with them that no one else seems to have, and that's why they're sticking by him. At number 5, he focuses on deregulation and tax cuts. One of Trump's biggest claims to fame during his presidency was cutting back government red tape. His administration slashed regulations, especially ones related to the environment and industry, arguing that too much government interference was holding businesses back. He basically said, let's stop making it so hard to do business around here. Then there were the 2017 tax cuts, which reduced corporate tax rates and put more money in people's pockets. Businesses loved it. They said it gave them the room to invest more in jobs and growth. For voters who see the economy as a top priority, Trump's approach to deregulation and tax cuts is a big reason they want him back in 2024. At number 4, he negotiated historic Middle East peace deals. One of Trump's biggest, wait, he did what? Moments came when he helped broker peace deals in the Middle East. Known as the Abraham Accords, these agreements saw Israel make nice with several Arab nations, including the UAE and Bahrain. It was a huge step in Middle East diplomacy, and let's be real, not many saw that coming from Trump. For voters who care about foreign policy, this was a major win. Trump managed to pull off peace deals that other administrations just couldn't, showing that his unconventional style might just work when it comes to getting things done on the world stage. At number 3, he advocates for strong border security. If there's one thing Trump has never wavered on, it's his focus on strong border security. Whether it was building the wall, boosting the number of Border Patrol agents, or tightening up immigration laws, Trump made it clear that he was serious about keeping the border secure. For a lot of Americans, this wasn't just talk, it was necessary. They see Trump as the guy who will make sure the U.S. stays safe and sovereign by cracking down on illegal immigration and keeping things in check at the border. At number 2, he pushes for energy independence. Trump was all about making sure the U.S. didn't have to rely on anyone else for energy. Under his watch, the country became a net exporter of oil for the first time in decades. He rolled back regulations on the oil and gas industries and opened up federal lands for drilling. For voters who care about keeping gas prices low and jobs in the energy sector strong, Trump's push for energy independence was a big deal. Plus, not having to depend on foreign oil, that is a win-win for a lot of people. And at number 1, he negotiated pro-America trade deals. One of Trump's big promises in 2016 was to renegotiate trade deals that he said were ripping off American workers. And, love him or hate him, he delivered on that with the USMCA, United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, which replaced NAFTA. Trump claimed the new deal was way better for U.S. workers, especially those in manufacturing and farming. For people in industries hit hard by bad trade deals, Trump's America First approach was music to their ears. They believe he's the guy who will keep fighting for better deals that actually protect American jobs. And if he's back in 2024, they expect more of the same. Trump's chances of winning in 2024 are strong, but it's not going to be a walk in the park. He has got a dedicated base that believes in his vision, especially on issues like the economy, immigration, and law and order. But there are hurdles. Plenty of voters are still exhausted from the drama and divisiveness of his last presidency. To win, he's going to have to charm some moderate and independent voters who might have been turned off by his bold communication style. The 2024 race will likely come down to a few key battleground states, and his success will depend on whether he can grow beyond his die-hard supporters. At the end of the day, a lot of Americans still see Trump as their top pick to lead the country, and his grip on the Republican Party is undeniable. Whether he can storm back into the White House will depend on his ability to keep his base pumped up while convincing others he's the right guy for the job. So, what do you think? Can Trump expand his fan club, or will his comeback tour hit a snag?